in the Delhi blast, in the Jaipur blast. So people had as many as 45 cases against him. Abu Bashir, for example, has about 45 cases against him. Qayamuddin Kapadia has a similar number of cases against him. So on and so forth. So everybody has like 10, 15, 20, 25, up to 45 and 50 cases pending, slapped against them. And the beauty of this is that, if you have 5 cases in one state, 10 cases in another state, which means that your entire life you will be only fighting these cases. There will never be an end to these trials. But before I just go into this, a brief sort of background into the kind of arrests that were made in Delhi after the Bhatla House encounter. Now, on the day of the encounter, there was a friend of Atif's, he was called Saqib Nisar. He arrived on the scene where there were, imagine the usual television crews milling around the house where the encounter has taken place. And this young boy arrives there and says, but this surely is a case of mistaken identity because I knew Atif. Atif was a friend of mine. He was just a regular, boy next door. He could not have been a terrorist. He was called into the television studios. In fact, he gave a long interview to Headlines Today. And the same evening, he got a call from the Zakir Nagar police station, which is the police station in the, the Jamia Nagar police station. He was called and he was told to come and, meet the special cell people, just for regular sort of briefing and debriefing. So he went there the next morning and he was charged with being a co-conspirator and a co-bomber. The same evening of the encounter, there was an old gentleman by the name of Abdul Rahman who appeared again on national television saying that this is clearly a case of mistaken identity because he had a tenant verification signed by the local police station. Now, I don't know if any of you are aware, but in India the rule is, which is rarely followed again, but the rule is that anybody who rents out his property has to get a tenant verification form countersigned by the local police station. So the tenant has to fill in all his details and provide some original documents which will prove his permanent address and so on. And the police will do a verification on that and will stamp it and will return it to the landlord. And a copy of that is always in the police station. Now he produced a tenant verification form. I'll just show you the copy of the. Yeah, so that's the tenant verification form with Atif's photograph on it, and on the bottom, this side you can see a seal, a kind of a stamp, which is the stamp of the local police station, the Jamia Nagar police station. Now, so Mr. Abdul Rahman appeared on television along with his son, Ziaur Rahman. Ziaur Rahman vaguely knew Atif, and he's the one who had told his father that this house was actually the property of Mr. Abdul Rahman's senior colleague. And Mr. Abdul Rahman's colleague used to live not in Delhi but in Meerut somewhere. So he had assigned Abdul Rahman to look after his property and to rent it out to whomever he deemed fit. And since Zia vaguely knew Atif, Zia had told his father that there are these young men who are looking for a house, so why don't we rent? We rent the house to them. And so they had come into connection with each other. So now Mr. Abdul Rahman, along with Ziaur Rahman, appears on national television saying that this is surely a case of mistaken identity. Here is a tenant verification form, which is attested and authorized by the local police station. So both father and son actually go voluntarily to the police station, to the local police station, to the Jamia Nagar police station the next day. Everybody has gone for the funeral of Inspector Sharma. Nobody is there, so they return home. They go home again. They go back again the following day. Again, there is nobody. They return again in the afternoon, saying that there is some mistake, please, rectify that mistake. Please verify your sources and so on. They said, fine. They take the father to one room, the son to another room. The son is charged with being a co-bomber. The father is charged for forgery, and both are sent to jail. So, then another arrest is made of Muhammad Shakil, who is also a student of Jamia. Zia is a BA third year student of Jamia. Was at that time. Saqib was a former student of Jamia. He had done an MA in economics from Jamia. Another young man, Muhammad Shakil, is arrested from his house at 3 o'clock in the night, and he's, in police records, he is sort of caught, trying to run away. But he's